Okay, cool.
I was like, you're making my ass itch here or there, dude.
You're saying your running back room is terrible. You need to do something about it.
You sound like you're the person that gets scorned on trades all the time. Because it's like, oh, somebody traded me a bum ass running back who had no leg left, and I gave a second round pick for him. I won't make that mistake ever again. Like, that's what you sound like. You sound.
All right, fair enough.
So, the wide receivers, based on ADP.
Oh, this would be a fun one.
Yes. Yeah, Jamar Chase, number 1. Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, Nico Collins.
Lots of injuries.
Amon-Ra, Puka, Drake London, Brian Thomas Jr., A.J. Brown. Those are your top 10 as far as ADP goes.
Okay.
Now.
Where'd they finish?
Puka, JSN, Amon-Ra, Jamar Chase, Nico Collins, Devontae Adams, A.J. Brown, T. Higgins, Drake London, somehow Justin Jefferson.
First of all, Nico Collins, that
dude. Well,
Justin Jefferson, dude, he's a beast, man. The dude is a beast.
If you have him
Justin Jefferson, he doesn't really surprise me as finishing where he did. You know, just because the quarterback
the struggle was real.
Well, I mean, he still finished that high. He still over 1,000 yards. And we're like, he had a terrible year.
Yeah.
It was those 3 games at the end of the year.
Yeah,
he had a guy named Max Bosmer throwing to him. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
And
Justin
McCarthy
Jefferson, he
can't hit the broadside of a barn. It was really, really bad.
It was rough.
Do you actually think? Okay, so speaking of Justin Jefferson, do you guys actually think that he's going to be with Minnesota next year?
Yes.
I think he has
Hell
to.
yeah.
You
that
can't,
contract they just got? He ain't going
no
damn place.
Like, what are you going to do? Like,
he can't even force his way out of there.
But
could you imagine being a Vikings fan and then they're just like, yeah, we're going to trade Justin Jefferson for what reason?
I mean, being a Detroit Lions fan, you know, you have to be loving it. You know, being as, you know, how Minnesota is just, I mean, man, they are making some really bad decisions.
I mean, considering Sam Darnold was on the team last year.
Yeah. First of all, the Minnesota Vikings, like on a hierarchy of hate within the division, they're dead last. Like we hate Green Bay first. Well, Green Bay will always be first, and Chicago just because. So
Minnesota's kind of like
Minnesota is
like who cares?
I think they have more of a beef with Green Bay because of the state location than us.
That makes sense.
So
Chicago's not gonna be the monster of Midway anymore. It's gonna be the monster of Indiana.
Bro, that's
too soon. Too soon.
That's a pathetic state of affairs. Chicago Bears reporting live from Indiana. Like
sidebar.
What the anyway, but what do you do? Like, you're a Justin Jefferson owner, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Now,
I'm happy I have Justin Jefferson.
So
he's Justin Jefferson, and he's 26 years old. Everybody has a bad year. You know what I'm not doing?
He's looking at you like,
selling them.
Fuck?
Hey, I'm just asking the questions. This is my first time playing host, so I'm just asking the questions here.
Yeah, I can't believe those words left your mouth.
Yeah, don't speak such blasphemy to me. I'm like, hey, okay, all right, okay.
Go ahead and take your
you know what I'm saying?
Ball it up and punch yourself in the face.
Who in here has a key grip?
All right.
So yeah, I'm happy. Obviously, you know, like I have the 101. I have Justin Jefferson. I have Nico Collins. I have Rome Odunze. I've got a good, solid, wide receiver core. So I'll be all right.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes bad seasons by studs to get low enough for a good pick, you know. So
well, you got the 101. I mean,
I know, good year to have it too.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When you have the 101, there's actually somebody to actually pick. It's like,
heck yeah, man.
Yeah, because you can get unlucky and be like, I can't really remember a recent. We've had some big 101s lately, but yeah, there's been some years where there's not a clear guy.
Oh my God, yeah.
Have we had any 101s that were duds?
Yes.
In our
yes.
In our league, we have.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh. Me, motherfucker.
No. What player?
CEH.
Oh, right.
Shit. Right. Okay.
Ta-da!
You wound up with Jonathan Taylor anyway. After a few years,
I still ended up with him. Yeah, but it took a minute.
That was
dude, that was a crazy class too because you had Jonathan Taylor, Justin
J.K.
Jefferson,
DeAndre Swift,
DeAndre
Jake,
Swift.
Yep.
CD Lamb.
CD Lamb. Dude.
Yeah.
CD probably went 102 with that league then, huh?
No, he went. No. It was all 4 running backs. It was CEH.
No way. Then there was CD Lamb was not in that class then.
Yes, he was.
No way.
I got him.
Really?
Yes.
4 running backs went ahead of CD?
Yep.
Yeah. It was CEH,
CH,
J.K.
JK,
Dobbins,
Jonathan Taylor, DeAndre
Jonathan
Swift.
Taylor.
CD Lamb. Because
No. And then
I had back to back though.
Yeah, but you actually took Jonathan Taylor, and
First.
then
I took CD Lamb.
somebody took DeAndre Swift.
I did, but it
Hold
wasn't
on.
until 4th.
You had JT and CeeDee Lamb on your squad.
Yes.
Damn, dude.
Where are these players now?
I had to pay a lot to.
Where are these players now? Are they in your roster now?
No, he had no.
Oh my
he
God.
no. He has Jonathan Taylor and CD Lamb. I traded CD Lamb to get
Josh.
Puka and
Zay Flowers?
Zay Flowers, and
Devon Achane.
Javon Achane.
Well, that's a good trade.
I'd say that's a pretty good trade.
Yeah.
That's a good trade.
Oh, hey, if you're gonna split, I guess this is another lesson for the audience. If you're gonna split the baby, split the baby. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yep.
it's got to be worth it. Like, you know. it's
So,
like-
Yeah.
so which one of these wide receivers, from a dynasty perspective, say the next 2 to 3 years, do you think has the most value out of all of them? I know it's a
Jamar
tough
Chase.
question.
Unfortunately, I think it's JSN,
I was going to say
and
that
I feel
too.
bad because I let him go.
I would still take Jamar Chase. He's still super young. I just believe in him more. I don't know. JSN's awesome, but I don't think they're going to go without adding more pieces to the offense. You know, like, would you be surprised if he never had that many targets again? I don't know. I kind of would. I mean, now, like, I'm splitting hairs here. I'm just,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously a top 5 dynasty receiver.
Yeah,
So it's not like I hate the guy.
Right.
And for the audience, that's one of the things that we also try to key up on as far as wide receivers. Be very, very cognizant of whether your team, or excuse me, your league is actually PPR.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep.
because remember that running backs, they are very, very, they come and go very quickly.
Yes.
Wide receivers, they last a hell of a lot longer, and they give your teams a lot more points.
Runway. Yeah.
Yes, they do.
On this pod, we're almost always going to be talking about PPR. Like, you can just
Yes.
automatically
Yeah.
assume we're
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
PPR.
absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So just keep that in mind. Yeah.
Who would be the number 2 guy? I would say Nico Collins. How old is Nico Collins? 23?
No, he's older. He's like 26.
He's
27.
26?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 26.
Is he
yeah.
really that
Yeah.
old?
Mhm.
I thought
Because
he was
a
like
little
24
older
or
when he came
25.
out.
Yeah. He was, yeah.
Oh.
But I
think he was
mean,
like 20
26. I mean, you know,
That's still young,
right,
man.
he's still in his prime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's still
that's
in his
still
prime
young.
still.
But
Do you have
but,
Nico and?
Yeah.
Shit.
but who's number 2? What do y'all say? I say Nico,
look,
but
I think Jamar Chase, JSN, Amon-Ra, Puka, like those guys
Those
are
are
all
big-
up there.
yeah.
Obviously Jefferson, like all those
so
guys.
in what scenario would you be trying? I know you already have them, so this probably doesn't apply to you. But what scenario would you be trying to get one of these guys on your squad for the audience?
I mean, obviously, if you need receiver help, but you know, acquiring one of those 5 guys is going to
Yeah.
be really, really
So
difficult.
what would the
Like
going
we're
rate
saying.
be
Well,
for a
let's-
top
yeah.
tier wide
Oh,
receiver?
my
What
God.
would you say? Because
Bro.
running backs we already
Dude.
established is at least a first rounder, right?
Yeah.
So, but for
but for
a
them-
But they last
receivers
longer.
are-
Jamar Chase, he could be a fucking set
Yeah.
8 years.
So-
like amazing for 8 years.
for one of these, so say take these top 10 wide receivers, right?
Yep.
What is their draft their value?
I would want like a stud, like so I'd like flip it, right? Like, all right, if I'm going to trade a stud receiver, I want,
Mhm.
first of all, I need to be able to win now because I want a stud running back for it,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So
Yeah.
that's kind of what
Yeah.
I'm thinking. So basically, I'm like, all right, the longevity of the
Right.
receiver I'm going to give up, but I want a stud who can, like, I can win
Yep.
now. So unfortunately, you're going to have to do blockbuster trades with these types
Yes.
of guys that we're
Okay,
talking about,
so
right?
what player, like, what, if you let's
I would
stay with
be-
it, running
if I
back,
had
what
Chase
stud?
and I really wanted to, I probably wouldn't even want to trade him anyway. I'm aiming high, man. I'm aiming for like Gibbs or Bijan because why? Who the hell else is there?
Or
Yeah,
or for this year's draft, if I have
The
Jamar Chase
101,
and
yeah.
if I'm running back needy,
Mhm.
I'm in your
Go
case,
get
I'm
2
coming
of them.
I'm coming to you
Yeah.
and I want Jeremiah Love.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be a surefire player at a position I just do not have. So, and then to me it's like, okay, the floor for those 5, it's at least 2 firsts plus a player. But
Yeah,
who the player,
or like
but
two
who the
good
player
players.
is, it depends. Like as you go
Yeah.
down, right?
Okay.
So
So if you're on the outskirts looking in, then you would make that trade, or I think I'm with Joey on Angry Joey. This, if I'm in the top 2, I'm not making. There's no fucking way I'm getting rid of Jamar Chase or Nico Collins or whoever.
if you're top 2 in the league,
yeah. If I'm top,
no,
you know what I mean?
Unless
There's no way.
Unless you
my
literally had 3 of those guys,
Yeah,
and
if
your
I-
running backs are trash because some, of
Right.
some
Very true.
circumstance,
Yep,
right?
Yep, very true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's yeah.
Yeah, because that's the
true.
weird part. If you're that top heavy at one position, but you're like drastically terrible at another, then you might have to make that decision because again, your championship window is only for so long.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, man, I miss JSN a lot. But anyway,
I can hear I can hear Woo Pig right now.
Oh yeah, he laughing
Man,
right
your,
now.
your
I can
receivers
hear
would have been insane if you kept him, dude.
I
You
wonder.
would have
if-
won the chip.
I wonder if
You
that
would have.
Yeah,
Wouldn't even been close, maybe.
You would have won the chip.
yeah, I would. Damn it. Anyway,
Well, unless you actually made other decisions like you did with Taysom Hill.
Oh,
Just say.
gee.
Too cute.
I did. That was the one. That was the biggest lesson that I learned going into this season. It's like just don't get cute. Just don't do that.
So what was it that I, earlier this year, when we first actually started this podcast, I actually said that I'm usually good for one good fuck up a year. Took it from me.
or you gave it to me and I used it. That's what happened.
Okay, so
I'm sorry, buddy. I love you, man.
what's the next group?
Tight ends.
Tight
Oh,
ends.
geez.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there's 3 of them,
Yeah.
and that's it. We're done.
That's right. So
That's right.
I
Short
gotta say,
conversation.
I already know how this is going to go. But what I will say is the fact that the way our league is actually structured is that we are a tight end premium.
Yep.
What that means is that you actually get 1.5 points per reception, as opposed to just 1 point per reception.
Yep.
So that gives a little bit more added value to your elite tight ends. Now, having said that, how many fucking tight ends do you think that are actually elite in the NFL, guys?
In the NFL?
In the NFL, how many elite tight ends, pass catching tight ends would you say that there are in the NFL? And who are they?
5?
There's 4 probably.
I will say 4.
Okay.
Well, obviously McBride and
McBride.
Bowers.
Bowers.
1, 2. Yeah.
Kittle is.
Loveland.
I know Kittle got hurt, but he's still a fucking
yeah,
monster.
He's still
Yeah.
a monster, I mean,
Absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
I like Loveland. I think he's good.
Yeah, but see, like Jalen Warren, or what's his name?
Tyler Warren.
Tyler Warren and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Loveland probably will get there, both of them.
Yeah.
But
What
I
about
wouldn't.
that kid from Detroit?
Sam Laporta. Yeah.
Laporta.
I mean,
He's good too.
Yeah.
But he's coming off injury now. So
well, so
see.
is Kittle.
Yeah, no, I'm saying you're just saying how many elite pass catchers are there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like obviously Kittle's old and he hasn't just had a devastating injury. So
yeah.
Kelsey, he's past his
well,
prime.
he's yeah.
Kelsey-
Goddard? What
dead.
about Goddard? Dallas
No,
Goddard?
he's not
Is he-
elite.
is
Goddard's
he-
dead too.
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah. He's a free agent. So we'll see where he goes.
Okay, so my only point is
But
that
Jake Ferguson is really good.
I mean,
He doesn't get a lot of notoriety.
He has a good offense and a
Yeah.
good quarterback, but I don't think he's like
He's
really. I don't think
he's
he's
doing the best
like an
with it.
elite
All right.
athlete.
So for the audience, my point is that you can see how few these guys are.
There are few and far between, yes.
They're unicorns. They really are.
Yeah.
So if you manage to get one, hold on to them. Do not trade them ever.
Unless it's absolutely necessary.
Well, I mean, what constitutes as necessary?
Well, the only problem with tight ends is you don't know you have one until he's probably not on your team anymore because it takes him
Right.
4 to fucking 5 years.
Exactly.
And it's
Yeah.
there's a very few
Very
exceptions.
good point. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I remember when I actually drafted Trey McBride, I drafted him in our rookie draft in the 2nd round.
I was going to say, I thought it was a third, but okay.
It was the second,
Okay.
and it was middle of the second,
Yeah.
and that's when one of the guys, he was actually trying to trade for me. He was offering, oh shit.
That was also before your tight end premium.
Yes.
Yeah, and this was before tight end
So
premium.
that changes
Yep.
things.
So that I don't know why, but thank God I held on to that pick.
Yeah, because how long did it take? He wasn't good his rookie year.
3 years.
Yep.
Took him into his 3rd year until he became elite.
Matter of fact, I remember I tried to get
And not only
him
that,
from
but
you
let's
year
not
two. I remember.
do what?
I was trying to get him from you in year 2
Yeah,
before he
Blew up.
blew up. Yeah.
yeah. And now,
how you want to handle it.
I mean, now you're going to get him out of my cold, dead fingers.
Well, yeah.
I bet you not. Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
So once again, those elite, depending on how your league is actually structured, if you actually have a tight end premium league and you have one of those elite tight ends, I mean, they're gold. I mean, they're just.
And if you don't have one, don't even worry about the damn position. You can literally just pick up a guy off the waivers every week.
It's set it and forget it.
Now, I do think the two rookies from last year, Loveland and Warren,
I think they're
going to
be
valuable, and they're probably going to be very good.
I agree
but let's go deeper though. Let's say let's say you need a tight end, you're in Dynasty. What sort of traits, qualities, metrics are you looking for in a tight end pick?
So
I can tell you what I'm looking for.
Well, this is the thing. Tight end's pretty cool because we like we were talking about the combine it's on today, right? And we like all the fancy numbers, but they really don't matter a lot for running back and receiver. But for tight end, you have to be uber athletic.
Yes,
you have to be.
Yes. Yeah.
So you just look at who are the most athletic tight. I shouldn't even be telling you. This.
First of all,
you just look at whoever the most athletic tight ends are, and then you just take one of them and just hope and pray. Put them on your taxi squad for 3 years.
Well, even the most athletic, because you look at Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
what the has that gotten him? He's arguably more athletic.
But you still, when picking a tight end, you still want the most athletic.
But he is most athletic.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, do you want him? Like, I still want him on my team. It's still going to take them. McBride took 3 years. He's an uber athlete.
Well, Kyle Pitts, he's been in the league for what? Yeah, he's going on his fourth.
Yeah. Well, yes.
And it took him.
Look, it's not a foolproof thing, but if every tight end who's good is an uber athlete. You know what I'm saying? There's no, he's fucking slow and taken in the 6th round, but he's awesome like a receiver or running backs do sometimes. It doesn't work like that with tight ends.
No, it does not.
Well,
look at
even
Washington.
Kyle Pitts. And now all of a sudden his value's back up because he had a couple monster games at the end of last year. He's still young and athletic as fuck.
Darnell Washington.
Yeah,
from the Steelers.
Yeah,
he came from Georgia. He was 6'8", ran
He's basically offensive lineman.
Ridiculous numbers, man. Ridiculous numbers.
Yeah,
but he hasn't been able to do shit in the NFL. Yeah. So yeah, you want the really athletic guys, but sometimes, man, that's just not going to pan out like the point you're making.
Well, yeah, they're tight ends. It's a tough position. It's a tough position to learn. It's a tough position to play in the NFL because it's so different from college.
And it's quarterback
you're not a wide receiver, and you're not a freaking lineman.
You have to know blocking concepts in the NFL, which you don't in college. Yeah. So it's difficult.
It's quarterback dependent as well, right? If you have a quarterback that doesn't even really look at the
you're not going to see an Antonio Gates or any of those kind of guys
Tony
Gonzalez, Shannon Sharp. You're not going to see those kind of guys come around often.
Yeah.
And that's my point. If you get one of those kind of guys, hold on to them. Yeah. Do not trade them. I'll
tell you what I'm looking for, just to help the audience member out there. When I'm looking at the tight end position, what I do is I go and look at some of the college metrics, like how often are they used on offensive plays that are not running plays? If they're in the tight end twin set, can they run routes? What's their shuffle time? Stuff like that. Speed matters at that position. And can they read coverage? So I always try to find tight ends that can do that. But
it's hard because tight ends don't use them right in college. They don't use them like they do in the NFL.
Right.
So you can basically just don't even worry about their stats.
So
just look at their fucking athletic score.
Right. I look for pro systems. If they're coming out of pro systems, I like it a lot. If they're coming out of a West Coast system, like Oregon's more of a pro system now. But
speaking of an Oregon tight end,
he's pretty quick, but
pretty good.
Yeah,
but you know what? There's some grown men in the NFL. They're quick too. So, anyway, those are just some of the things that I look at as far as whenever I'm trying to pick a tight end.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, when you're actually if you're trying to draft a tight end, it comes down to luck.
It does.
It really does. That actually has to be the luckiest position to be able to land.
I think I've only drafted a single tight end in all of our years of rookie draft. A single one.
No, it wasn't Kittle.
No, I traded for Kittle.
Yeah,
it was Tyler Warren last year, 2nd round. Because I had 3 picks and I had 4 picks in the first 15 last year. So it was a luxury, to pick. And I had Kittle and he's older, so I needed a replacement.
I think you're going to be.
But that's how I look at the position too. I don't even give a shit. Because
okay, so the reason why I differ from you on that one, Tony, is because that's kind of the tiebreaker in my mind. If I have if you actually have an elite tight end versus and you're pretty much even set with a person on the other skill positions and stuff like that, and they have a mediocre tight end. I think that's the tiebreaker. That's my only point.
And that's fair. But it's so hard to pick them. We were just saying that.
It's
and
impossible.
then you got to wait, even if
hard.
they're amazing. Then you still have to wait, and that's
at least
annoying.
3 years.
So there you go. That's why I've never done it because
you're not wrong. But you hit with Tyler Warren. So this is year 1 for that sumbitch, right?
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think he's going to do in 2 years from now?
I'm excited.
Well, wait a second. Now we just said the general rule is about 3 years for a tight end, right? But for 2 years in a row, we have had 3 tight ends that's actually broken out, at least for the most part, at the tight end position. Brock Bowers, Tyler Warren, and Colston Loveland.
Brock Bowers is probably the greatest tight end prospect to ever come out, though. So he's kind of an exception. But yes, I mean those are good things. But those it still doesn't happen often. Be happy when it is, but don't expect that shit.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah. Don't expect it.
When Saban says there is nothing they could have done to stop that individual.
Yes. Well, even Trey McBride didn't do that. Shannon Sharp didn't do that.
No.
Tony Gonzalez didn't do that.
George Kittle didn't.
George Kittle didn't do that. Kelsey didn't do that.
Nope. The trend going on right now with the NFL Combine now, the agility drills. A lot of these players aren't doing them anymore.
Yeah.
And that was to me, that was one of the drills that I was looking forward to at certain positions that really told me how well what I'm seeing on tape is actually translatable. Because sometimes you can be schemed open, and then there are times where your actual talent is getting you open.
Yeah.
And especially for tight ends, it's like if you can get out of breaks quickly, that is a very, very good thing. And there are certain schools that just produce, tight ends all the time, like Iowa.
Notre Dame is one of them. They produce tight ends.
Iowa, baby.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Iowa. Well, at least while Harbaugh was there, Michigan. Just Big Ten period.
Yeah, Penn State has had a couple of good tight ends over the years.
Yeah. So, but even in terms of Notre Dame though, because you drafted Michael Mayer. You drafted him.
Yeah.
And he did so good that the Raiders turned right back around and drafted back Brock Bowers.
So dude, Michael Mayer is a good player, man. It's just when you have Bowers in front of you, bro. Sorry, man.
Yeah.
He just came and took your job. I'm sorry.
Some teams should lowball an offer for Mayer and be like, yo, come on.
Yeah. Come on over.
Why not?
Come on over. Cool.
But yeah. So I don't like this trend of players just like opting out of particular drills.
Yeah, it sucks.
It's like, what are you trying to hide?
So with your boy today, Mekhi Lemon.
Yeah.
Oh, he backed out of all the drills?
Dude, all the top receivers did except Carnell Tate. I thought that was cool. He didn't run super fast, but it wasn't like he was super slow. It was like a 4 or 5.
He don't even really need to. The guy is
I know.
His tape is ridiculous.
Yeah. And he's pretty big. Like, all those top receivers, rookie receivers are all big. It's an interesting
unlike last year.
Let me just say, I'm disappointed that he did that. Because when you go into something, you trying to prove that you're that dude, and you go and you don't want to participate in any of the drills, that doesn't make USC look good.
That's why I love Rome Odunze, dude. You see him go out there, and then after the thing was over, he's like, I'm going to improve my 3-cone drill, like out there on the field by himself. Dude, that shit's cool. That's the kind of player you want.
It's just, fuck it, man. I'm just so sick of it. I want to blame Neil on that, but I can't.
Look, you
can blame Marvin Harrison
part of it.
Jr.
I understand. If you're guaranteed to be a top 10 pick, I understand. I just like to see him work out. Like say, I don't care.
He better do a pro day. But way to stop that is to eliminate pro days. If you eliminate pro days, then that means that this matters way more.
Yeah, but they can't eliminate pro days. Isn't that the team is holding an event? If an NFL scout wants to show up, then they can.
They should. If they want to put the emphasis on the combine, eliminate pro days because now they're all going professional, right? So,
but you only invite so many players for the combine though. If you're at a small school, you'll never get a chance. So that's where the pro day comes in to where
the pro day should be then for the players that weren't invited.
Weren't at the combine.
Okay.
That'd be a good balance in the middle.
Yeah.
Hey, any player that wasn't invited, only they can show up to your pro day.
Yeah. And
that gives them a chance to get looked at.
Yeah.
But if you do that, you'll stop players from doing this stupid shit.
Man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That was a sidebar. I'm sorry.
But you were talking about tight ends.
Yeah. I was just saying. So, well, we'll get to the list here. So we already know the usual suspects here. But as far as ADP, Brock Bowers was 1, Trey McBride was 2, Kittle was 3, Laporta 4, Kelsey 5, Njoku 6, Hawkinson 7, Andrews 8, Evan Ingram 9, and Tyler Warren 10.
Evan Ingram.
That was
Yes.
the
ADP.
ADP?
ADP, yeah.
Okay, no, that doesn't surprise me. You know, I mean, I know that Jaws kind of collectively hit the ground, you know, when you said Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
You know,
But there was a lot of hype. I remember.
There was a lot of hype.
He's
Yeah.
the Joker.
Yes.
He was the Joker, and that he
Yeah.
was actually going into a Sean Payton offense, and you know, I mean, he was actually going to be surrounded with all this elite talent and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't work out.
No.
So where did they all finish?
So as far as finished, number 1 was Trey McBride, Kyle Pitts 2. Shockingly, how I had no idea. Travis Kelsey 3, Tyler Warren 4.
How was that even
Who was number
possible?
2?
Travis Kelsey,
Holy shit! I didn't know.
Are you
that.
sure that's the whole season?
whole season. I double checked.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't even know he did anything.
Yeah.
Wow. Shows what I know. Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Tyler Warren was 4, Jake Ferguson was 5, Harold Fannin was 6, Dallas Goedert was 7,
Oh shit. He's
Juwan
moving.
Johnson 8, Hunter Henry 9, and Brock Bowers was 10.
Brock Bowers. Well, okay, so he had hurt.
Yeah.
That's you know that answers that.
But as far as now this list, right? If there's anybody on this list that would scare me, would be, and I hate to say it, but Kyle Pitts.
Why
I
is
feel
that?
like because
Well, quarterback situation. I'm assuming
that's one. But
because you know I gotta say Penix. I have you know I've been on tape.
Yeah.
I am not a fan of his.
Right.
Kirk Cousins. He is no savior.
He's probably
Right.
not even going to be there anymore.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
They're
the
gonna have to
rumor
get a
is,
guy.
or the news report came out that Kirk Cousins is going to get cut.
Well, as well he should. You know, I mean,
So
you know, I mean, he's going to take his money and run like with a big, huge
He's
fucking
gonna-
smile on his face.
get another 4-year, $130 million
Yeah.
contract.
Do you guys realize? Okay, so I actually read this one report saying that he was the 4th highest paid quarterback in NFL history,
I'm not
Only-
surprised.
only behind.
Thanks, Washington.
Let me see. He actually even was outpaid. He actually got more money than Tom Brady.
Over
That
their
just-
careers.
That just speaks to the desperation teams have to want a quarterback.
So
You go to the right
that's just
team, they'll pay
Well,
whatever.
he's the one who started the whole fully guaranteed deal.
Yep.
Or,
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
because
Yep.
Washington thought they were being slick because they franchise tagged him 2 straight years.
Okay, so here it is. Matthew Stafford, he's actually accumulated $408 million. He's number 1.
Okay.
Okay. Aaron Rodgers, gross.
Yeah.
He has actually grossed $394 million. Tom Brady, okay, so I spoke out of turn. Tom Brady, he has actually gotten $332 million. Kirk Cousins, number 4, coming
he's
in
moving.
at $321
Shit.
million.
Oh shit.
So
$321 million from this guy.
but that just goes to show you
Is
that-
he elite?
no.
No fucking way he is.
But that's no. That's called the quarterback market.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
all
he
that
was
is.
a very, very good quarterback for a lot
Yeah.
of years. Now,
dude, this guy, I
you
want
go.
him as my agent.
yes.
I know we're squirreling, but here you go. Here comes your boy.
Oh,
Jeremiah
man.
Love right here.
Oh boy.
He's about to run.
All right.
I didn't want you to miss it,
Fixing
so that's why I was just telling you. It's all right. We can edit it out.
Yeah, we
It's
can
not a
edit,
problem.
yeah.
Or we can just conclude it because it's a live reaction. So
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, false start.
Oh, false start.
He was looking like he was
Did
moving
he grab his
quick too.
hamstring?
I don't even know if I want to go for this guy anymore. You know, because he's going to be actually going directly to one of my nemesis here, who's going to draft him in the.
you don't have any room for your boy because he's on another fantasy team. Only one person can have him.
So what do you want for that 101 there, Tony?
You don't have enough.
It's
That's the answer to that question. You ain't got enough.
also the one thing I need so much. It's perfect. I got my
So-
quarterback situation. I got my wide receivers. I need a number 1 stud running back.
And you got the
You're
You're
tight
pretty
end.
set, man.
And I
You're
got my
pretty
young
set.
tight end.
You're pretty set.
Jeremiah Love, he's going to be fun to watch, man.
Damn.
I'm wondering what team he's going to get drafted by.
Damn.
Fuck.
Woo!
4.37.
Wow.
He is
Yeah,
moving.
So again, I read a report where he ran a 4.27 unofficially. That's why.
Yeah,
him
and
his
then
dad
and then
were
watch,
upset.
Look at
watch.
his dad.
No,
He's
I
sitting
told
there
you.
fucking shaking his head.
Yeah, I told
Yeah.
you.
What the fuck is that? You know, I mean,
He's like, man, I was slow.
it's like, dude, get your ass up.
You
know?
damn turtle.
Yeah, but he had a bad start.
I think his official was 4.36.
Yeah, his takeoff was a little choppy.
Yeah, and he ran a mediocre 5.37. Are you fucking kidding me?
4.
That's what I said. 4.
No, you said 5.
You said 5.
4. Excuse me.
5.3 anything
4.37. Fuck my man. What the
That's pretty incredible for a human being, bro.
Yeah.
Man.
Fast.
dude? And he can run through a brick wall.
Yeah, I was happy with his weight too. I didn't want him coming light.
Oh,
That's actually not a bad time for this dude.
Okay, the best thing that could
What do you
happen
weigh in
is that
as?
he actually gets drafted.
12.
212?
Yep.
Damn,
Okay.
he's moving.
The best thing that could happen, the best scenario
This is another guy
possible would
right
be
here.
that Jeremiah Love gets drafted
Yep.
by the Broncos. Just
He
saying.
reminds me of Josh Jacobs a
That's
lot.
not there's
Yeah.
not possible. What do you have, like the 30th pick?
It really does.
I know it's
I'll
not
be
going to
honest.
happen.
Oh, man. This is a completely different topic for another show, but I was going to bring it up if Woo Pig was here. But Alabama duck and smoke.
Yeah, let's
It's
save
a
that
new
one.
epidemic. They over here duck and smoke. They over taking a cue from Notre Dame.
That's pretty cute.
Why? What happened?
Pretty quick, too.
They-
Alabama is?
Yeah, they decided to cancel their matchup with Ohio State.
Oh, that's nice.
What, next year? Why?
They're supposed to have a home and home for next year and the year after, and they just canceled it.
You could do that?
They're doing it now because of what they pulled. Because they did it. Georgia canceled theirs with Louisville.
Why'd you point at me? I didn't do it.
Because you're the fan of Whining Irish. That's why.
I'm a fan. But
Yeah.
they
Guilty by association.
pissed me off.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you
Yeah.
know, but
Yeah. Well, you
Oh,
take that shame and you wear
Okay,
it.
let's bring it back to the fantasy football
Sorry.
so we can end this here pretty
Sorry.
soon.
Sorry.
What else we got
I'll
on
edit
this
it
one?
out. Okay. But that was it. That was the 4 positions I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
But like I said, my only caution flag, despite the finish, is Kyle Pitts going forward because I feel like it was more of an outlier, not the norm. And I feel like it's more of he's trying to do whatever it takes to make sure that he get his bag, and then he'll just resort back to where he was.
okay, so let me ask you this. If you're a Kyle Pitts owner, what do you do with that man?
Trade him.
Especially if you're middle ground.
I'm putting him on the block. I would try to manufacture as much value as I can because I feel like this is probably the best time to sell him.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the year, you had those humongous games. If you're ever going to do it, it's a good time to do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Exactly,
trading
For
him.
sure.
But what can you give for him though? Well, what would you be looking for? That's the question.
Maybe a second and a third?
It's weird. The tight end positions we talked about is how weird it is.
Yeah.
So almost nobody has a good one, so you can shop them to almost anybody. That's the cool part about it.
That's
know?
true.
Like, hey, you get a
Yeah.
lot of customers
Yeah.
out there.
That's true.
Very good point. Yeah.
I would, if I was trying to get him, I'd be willing to give up a second and a third. But if I had him, I'd be trying to get a first or a second if I could.
So would you, if you're selling him,
Mhm.
would you start? You would start the offer at a first, but you would settle for a second.
Yes. Yeah. I think that would be fair because again, tight end premium league, right? And
Yeah.
there's only a handful of them that.
Yeah, I don't know if this is the class I'd want to do that, but
Yeah, this one.
unless
yeah.
somebody slipped, there's like a guy you love, and you're like, all right, I got this Kyle Pitts in my back pocket to really get the guy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then
Yeah.
at least he's not a black hole in your tight end spot. When you
Right,
could,
yeah.
if you give up him, you
Yeah.
could have that.
You could be in an Njoku situation where he's always hurt, and
Right.
you can't even rely on him.
Yeah.
So, that's another thing. But
Yeah.
okay, so those are the tight ends. Tight ends, what else we got?
That's it from the
on the
positions
receiver
for-
list.
Yes,
Olave wasn't on there.
Olave was not. Olave.
Huh.
I could pull up where he
Because I
finished.
wanted to talk about him. I was just,
Oh, it's like a
I
value.
thought he was going to be on there.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
and then obviously he wouldn't have been on the ADP list, but Olave,
Right.
before the year, we didn't know his quarterback was going to be. We liked the talent, but I didn't know how to value him, right?
Yeah.
But then he had an incredible year. It was the concussion shit too.
Yes.
And then he had an incredible year. Shuck actually started to perform well, and they peppered him with targets, and he looked great, man.
Mhm.
I'm surprised he wasn't on. I'm surprised he wasn't
Yeah,
on. I know
me
he had a
too,
good year, but
especially
he's
towards the
like
end of
right
the
off
year.
of there. Yeah. Yes. But
Yeah.
but now you see the potential, right?
Yeah.
Shook looks like a little like
Hey,
gunslinger.
you know what? Props to Kellen Moore, though. Kellen
Yeah,
Moore
for
actually
sure.
took this guy and coached him up, man. So
For sure.
just saying props to him, man. You know, if it works out, great. We'll see what happens. But okay.
Can't find it. Okay. Yeah. I know. I don't know if we wanted to get into the trades or anything like that. We're getting close to 2 hours here. So
We can have another fantasy special pod in the future.
Yeah,
because we have all off season.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
Okay.
we don't have Kyle either.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
Okay,
and
yeah.
definitely
And he's
give us
big
give us
trades.
a chance to kind of consolidate some of the blockbuster trades because I mean, let's
Yeah.
face it, this last year we had
A record number, maybe.
fuck ton.
well, and not only that, but
Excuse me.
in the off season we had
Yeah, draft
more
day's
than
always nice.
More than
Yeah. Okay.
You know, okay, so just for the audience, you know, typically we actually deal with more trades during our draft than we do any time else.
Right.
But we had a hell of a lot of trades that actually happened in the off season. You know, well, actually,
You mean during the season?
During the
In the
season.
season, yeah.
During the season, which
Yeah.
almost never happens. You know,
Yeah.
just because everybody's so stuck in with their, they're just anchored in with their roster and they don't want to move.
Mhm.
But there was a lot of people that were actually willing to make some moves and some big moves for that matter.
Well,
Yep.
there's one that we could talk about right now.
What's
We
up?
could.
What's up?
All right. So it caused a lot of controversy within the league because there's some of us that work in the same building and some that don't. So in basically in one day, right? So one owner traded Stafford and Bryce Young for Hollywood, a 28 second and a 28 fourth. Okay. So then that same day, Stafford was moved again to me it was Stafford and Najee Harris for Jalen Warren and Cam Ward.
Okay. So it was kind of like a three-way trade.
It's kind of a three-way trade, but the first person didn't know it.
I do think I remember something like that. They were like, "Oh, that's collusion because it happened so fast or some shit."
He was not happy about that because
That wasn't the first one that happened.
but not that day.
Not that day.
Not that day. But
So the trade that I actually had with Josh, there was a lot of collusion talk with
Well,
that too.
it wasn't collusion, but
Everybody's like, "What kind of horse shit is this?"
well, sure.
Well, and even you got pissed off about it, because I mean, you were in the middle of it.
No. It was first of all, I wasn't aware that you were involved. And
that was on purpose.
but it was in reference to a position, not necessarily the same player. Right? Because you ended up with Saquon Barkley, but I ended up trading RJ Harvey.
Yeah.
But it was the leverage of him knowing that he was getting RJ Harvey that allowed him to trade away Saquon Barkley.
So, in so facto, there was a lot of phone calls and conversations that were actually taking place that actually percolated to this particular transaction. So it was a very, very fun season. It really was.
Yeah.
I mean,
It was very entertaining.
It was.
This was the most action I've actually seen in our fantasy league, especially during the season.
And it probably will never happen again.
So
Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I mean, I just hope that the guys that are actually in our league that are not willing to pull the trigger and, play the fucking game are willing to do so in the future. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Well, I mean, one can hope, but I mean,
So
it takes two to make a trade.
So before we sign off, if y'all could give the audience one piece of advice each going into this off season, into the new season, what would that piece of advice be?
From fantasy,
Dynasty, football, Spanish. Like Tony said, we're just gonna be on the premise that we are going to be Dynasty PPR.
Mm-hmm.
So what would be the one or two pieces of advice you would give to owners out there?
Well, I feel that the first advice that should be given to our new champion, I guess.
Okay, I'm listening.
No, you need to give the advice. You're the champion.
I need to give the advice?
Yes, you need to give the advice. You're the champion. You done told us like 3 damn times. You're the champion.
Only
Speak up.
You want me to go if you have to think about it?
I only said it once, for goodness sake. Okay, so
Well, reverberated like 3 times. So.
okay, so the only advice that I can give is be active with your league. 2, have fun with it. You know, I mean, enjoy it. You know, I mean, and enjoy the friendships that you actually have. And 3, if you finish middle, fuck it up. You know, and just destroy your league and or your team and start from scratch. You know, I mean, you're not going to finish top tier. You're not going to finish first. You know, you need to actually reach for the stars.
All right, enough of this shit. Next person.
Next.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
Well, like part of what I have to say is a little bit the same way.
Good take. Good
But
take.
it's the cheapest form of entertainment you can have, right? A Dynasty League, no matter what your buy-in is, you get a year's worth of entertainment.
Yes.
Just have fun, be active, don't worry about fucking values, and just you like a guy, go out and get your guy. Who cares how much you pay for him? Like literally, who gives a shit if you're wrong? You know, don't be a weirdo and hoard. Think like, oh, but don't be afraid to make trades and do shit and have fun. That's what it's all about, you know. No, nobody knows shit anyway. Most of our most controversial trades that we thought were these crazy blockbusters wound up being the most inconsequential trades ever. So you know,
That's true. Yeah, it was a good take too.
Yep,
very good take. Hater effects.
Yeah, good stuff.
Hopefully, listen to that.
You suck. See, being a champion and went to your damn head already. No, I would say is especially like when it's rookie draft season right now, right? You're gonna get all this information from all these other sources and stuff like that. But the one thing about your team that you know if it's a contender or not is if you don't have to depend on any of these rookies to do anything for you right away. Have reasonable expectation. Like just because they're gonna get hyped up, they're gonna get hyped up all throughout the spring and the summer. But as soon as the season starts, you have to remember they're rookies. They're rookies on NFL teams, and they have to earn their stripes. So you're going to have patience. But it's hard. The temptation is out there, but you got to have a level head and just understand that their time will come. It just might not be right away, but their time will come. So hopefully your team is constructed in a way that you don't have to depend on them.
Word. Good stuff. I would say also that's an important point, but you can also win with rookies on your team. And I won a chip with half my roster being rookies. So if you draft well, you believe in a guy, take chances, and you'll be successful. That's it. So, hey, we're going to do a Kiss My Grits or an Alamo Minute.
Oh, yeah, sir.
But before we get in there, let me kind of explain what that is to those that don't know. I know our audience probably already knows, but Alamo Minute, it's a shout out. A positive shout out to a person, a place, a business, a thing, or something positive that happened in your life or in somebody in know's life. Kiss My Grits is something that's just purely asinine, annoying, call to question, bring it to the carpet, belt to acid, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So without further ado, though, let me turn it over to Hater with Facts. Do you have a Kiss My Grits, Alamo Minute, or both?
I got to Kiss My Grits for the NBA today.
Okay, let me get my beer ready. Let's go.
Yeah, sir. The NBA is going to get it. I'm going to be on their head for a good while for right now because they just, yes, I'll take that. They've been fucking up a lot. But this portion of it will go to specifically Adam Silver because they are trying to solve this whole tanking problem, right? And I did a previous Kiss My Grits before about what the Utah Jazz was doing. Turned out a week later, the NBA decided that they were going to punish them. Well, they fined Utah $500,000 as a team. And they fined the Indiana Pacers $100,000 as a team. Here's the problem. About a week and a half later after that, there was a fight that happened between my Detroit Pistons and the Charlotte Hornets.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you're going to throw some punches. You're going to get some fines.
It's a millionaire fight.
It is a millionaire fight,
It's
right?
not a real fight. It's a millionaire
It's a millionaire fight.
They're slap boxing.
Yeah. Right. Hold me back. You know what I mean? But here's the problem.
I got 15 people in front of me, but I'm still trying to whoop your ass.
Right. Now, my man came out the bench. Hey, my man came out the bench. He wanted to get him a piece with ice packs on his knees, all that, right? But here's the problem. They issue fines for all the players. Isaiah Stewart, $700,000.
Damn.
Jalen Duren, $89,000. Miles Bridges from the Hornets, $689,000.
Damn.
Wow.
And the other dude who started the whole thing, $62,000. So for a grand total, $1.5 million
Over a fight.
Over a fight.
Instead of tanking.
Dude, that's got to be the 2 highest fines ever, bro. That's crazy. I know they're rich and shit, but that's a lot.
That's what I know.
Tanking?
That's where I'm going. So the NBA is telling us that 4 individual players collectively is more responsible or more liable for a fine by the NBA than 2 teams who are actively trying to cheat the system and trying to get a number 1 overall pick.
Wow.
And they're saying they're trying to solve the tanking problem.
Damn.
I can't tell. So $600,000 between 2 teams, but $1.5 million between 4 players. Okay, Adam Silver, go back to the drawing board. Start all over. This is an F for this assignment. Kiss my grits.
That's a really good one.
Yeah,
A good
that's
one.
nuts,
All
dude.
right.
Angry Joy,
right.
you have a Kiss My Grits or a
Well,
Alamo Minute?
so just to kind of piggyback on that one, it's not a kiss my grits, but I will say that the NBA is actually talking about certain things that they are trying to take back for tanking rules. One is taking back lottery odds at the trade deadline.
Yeah.
Number 2, no top 4 picks in consecutive seasons. And then 3, more drastically flattered lottery odds. Who the hell knows how that's going to play out? But as far as Kiss My Grits or Alamo Minute, I do have one, and it's an Alamo Minute. I'd like to give one out to one of my good friends that works for Design Scapes, that's actually done a lot of landscaping and work for us. And basically, they pretty much do everything, from irrigation to, and once again, this is not, I'm not endorsing, but they do anything from rock work to irrigation to building porches to just about anything in between, and to plumbing to electricity, yada yada yada.
He's also a listener, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to him.
I think he is. And not only that, but here's the other cool thing. If he doesn't know how to do something, he is actually in a network with people that do know how to do something. So if you happen to know anybody or anything, or excuse me, if you happen to have anything that needs to be done around your house, he can hook you up.
Man,
so,
if we ever need a sponsor, we need to give him the first opportunity.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Design Scapes is the name of the company, and I cannot endorse them highly enough. They are really, really good. They're very professional. They're very, very prompt. They're very reasonably priced. So anyway,
Good job.
I just want to give them a lot of love.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tony, what takes? You have one?
I don't have either one of those. I just want to take this time to apologize to the audience for missing so much pod time. I had a lot of things going on in my life personally. And yeah, I know you've missed my silky smooth voice and amazing fantasy football takes. So yeah, I just want to apologize, and I'll try to do better.
I actually had a few listeners ask about you.
Oh, good. See, they did miss it.
Yeah. We missed the hell out of you too there, Tony.
Man. Yeah. Me, I don't really have a Kiss My Grits. I do have an Alamo Minute. I just want to shout out at Mr. Teriyakis that they opened up right by my house, which is great.
Mr. Teriyaki.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
I heard about that place.
Let me tell you something, brother. You go there, you spend $14, you get 2 meals, pretty much.
Yeah.
They just load it up with food. The customer service is always great.
Nice.
I really enjoy that place. So I just want to give a business a shout out. That's all.
Nice.
Awesome.
Well, that's all I got. Well, any go backs from anybody before we officially sign off? Everybody good?
Nope. Yep.
Good. All right, everybody. God bless. Take care. Love each other. We'll catch you next time.
Peace.